Good evening, everyone. My name is Jennifer Wilson. I'm the keeper of the space Sisters Uptown Bookstore and Cultural Center. We celebrated on January 1, 21 years of community service. So it is indeed an honor to be here this evening to present our sister Darlene Lewis, who is multi-talented, and then to be here with our partner, Cloth Community League of the Heights. We have L'Oreal Crowder, who's going to give us some information about cloth, but it is wonderful. It's a wonderful virtue to be present and to be surrounded by books and authors and artists and folk who are in the literary arena. So we're gonna have L'Oreal talk a little bit about cloth, and then we'll move to Darlene and her presentation. L'Oreal.
Yes, thank you, Jennifer. My name is L'Oreal Crowder. I am the program director of the small businesses at the Community League of the Heights. And Community League of the Heights has been in Washington Heights serving the community for 68 years. And it started as a volunteer group of parents who wanted to provide services for the young folks in Washington Heights. And then it expanded into other services that folks needed in the community. Today, we also provide affordable housing. We have food sovereignty and our pantry. There is also the after school program with the Community Health Academy of the Heights. And we also have community health workers that work with the NYCHA community in Washington Heights. So I am delighted to be here and really fascinated to hear more about Darlene. And I appreciate everyone that's here now. So I'm going to give the floor to Darlene.
Oh, Jesus. Well, I'm used to being am I coming? Can you guys hear me good?
Yeah.
Because I lost my voice like 3 days ago, so it's comes and goes. I'm normally the person interviewing people, so it's it's a little weird talking about myself because I don't I don't know when to cut myself off, or I don't really know when too much is too much. So if I'm doing too much, I need you guys to do like this or go there, because I am so long-winded. But first of all, I would like to thank you, Miss L'Oreal Crowder, for even working with Miss Jennifer, because she's done so much for the community. And like I said, I've been a writer all my life, and I always needed a place where I could see my books or my poetry or my works. And there was a lady by the name of Miss Lucy, who I'll never forget. She's like a mother of the community. And
Yes.
she came to an event I did at the Harris Garden, because I contribute a lot of bulbs and plants and flowers to the Harris Garden, because I believe in like growing your natural foods and fruits and vegetables. And I work for the Parks Department. I'm also a ranger, which a lot of people didn't know, for almost 16 years. But anyway, she heard me speak, and she said, well, you should get your books in a bookstore. And because I said, well, my stuff is on Amazon.com and Barnes and Noble and Lulu.com. She said, no, your physical books. I said, well, they're physical. I said, the publisher will mail them. She said, no, you can actually get them in a bookstore. I was like, okay. So I don't know any bookstore because all the bookstores was closing. So she mentioned Sisters Bookstore. And I was like, Sisters Bookstore, where's that at? Because I never heard of it. And when she told me it was 3 blocks from my home, like, I couldn't believe it. I was like, I always used to see sisters, but there was events going on, but I never knew it was a bookstore. I thought it was like a cultural place where you get like African history and art. And so I didn't know it was a physical bookstore. So I felt bad because I had been living in that community since 1981. But I never go past 155th Street. The closest I've ever been to Sisters was me designing a website for a blind pastor that lived in that senior building who created salad dressing. I created her website. Had I gone another block up, I would have seen the bookstore. So it was just timing and just being in the right place. And I have been doing like these little tours, promoting myself. And I said, you know what, it would be good if I can help other writers. So I came up with this idea to do like a book signing, and then have food, and then shoot my TV show, Celebrity Showcase. And then I reached out, and then other authors came to me, was like, I need help, can you show me how to do my books? So that's how it all started. It started with me being a writer, but I had friends that were famous writers, but they never did anything for me. And they were so busy doing their own thing. And I really am not the type of person that push up on people, even though I know like Terry Woods, everybody knows she's the queen of urban lit. I knew Ernie Panicchioli, the famous photographer. But I wanted to do something that was different and on my own. And so I went to Miss Jennifer, and I think this was like 2017.
Mm-hmm.
And I came up, I said, well, how would you feel about me? Because I figured like I didn't have a whole lot of money. So I said, well, if I give her TV exposure, then I can, like, it's like a fair exchange. My grandmother's like Blackfoot Irish, and everything is about trade and, bartering. And so I said, well, one hand wash the other, you know what I'm saying? So I said, well, maybe I could barter. I could promote her store. She can help me promote my books. I'll interview her, and then I can bring other people in. And that's how it started. I did my Literary Ladies book tour, and I get authors to get sell their books, and they give a percentage to the store, and people now see your physical books in a bookstore, because that is an author's dream, to have their books on the shelf. So that's the reason why. And like I've done since then, I've done like introduce myself to various people in various states with the same concept, but the home base is Sisters Uptown Bookstore. Like I don't have the same camaraderie with these people because I'm not from their state, but I'm trying my best to get other authors to travel. And when this COVID thing opens up, we can do our traveling thing, again, and visit, because, with COVID is very limited. Like right now, the bookstore is open on abbreviated hours. So if people want to physically go get my books from Sisters Bookstore, I would really appreciate it. And I have 9 books. So, but they're short stories. I'm not that, Donald Goines or James Baldwin type writer. I don't have the patience to sit and write long. I get to the point. And so that's how the book thing happened. So what else? What else you want to know? Hi, Nana Elmore, unmute. Michelle, unmute. Everybody unmute. Nikki Fisher, hello.
Hello.
Is there any way I can see everybody?
Who said that?
Kim?
At the top of your computer, you should see something that says view. All you have to do is click on it, and you should be able to see everything that's going on. I have a Mac. I don't know what you're working with, but at the very top, there should be something next to the minutes and some squares.
Okay, I don't see it, but that's okay. I'll leave it like this. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
Yeah. So basically that's how I started, Miss L'Oreal, with the book situation as far as promoting my books. But I've been writing since I was 8,
Wow.
and I've been publishing since I was 17, 18. So I also wrote songs. I was in the music industry, so I wrote lyrics. I worked with a lot of people that became very famous. I also have TV, production that I do. And I'm the first female producer host of any hip hop music video talk show ever on cable. This was like pre-MTV Raps. Most of my friends, I knew them from the Bronx because my father lived in the Bronx. So I met a lot of people from going to the Bronx, which helped me as a ranger know where all the parks are because I used to be in all the parks with all the DJs.
Oh,
So that's why everybody called me the Bronx Directory. They be like, if you need a playground or a park, ask Lewis. She knows where every park is. They don't know why, but they think I'm such a great ranger sergeant. No. I used to be in those parks, breakdancing.
oh,
Well, I'm 60, so I've lived.
Wow.
Yeah, I lived a long time.
wow, you're
You look
beautiful.
good. You looking good.
I'm
Don't look
hanging in
60
there.
at all.
60 is the new 25, 40.
Okay.
Hey, there you go.
I'll take
You
that.
go.
I guess I'm 18 then.
Yeah, good blacks don't crack. You know how that goes. And I got good genes. Don't have nothing to do with me. Trust me, because I'm diabetic,
Wow.
atrial fibrillation, asthmatic. So it had nothing to do with me. It's my genes. Trust me.
All right. You still
Yeah.
here.
Yeah. So Nanette Elmo, I see that you're muted. Is that by choice? That's my aunt, y'all. It's her fault why I love movies and stay up late watching TV because we used to watch TV until Channel 2 ended. I don't know if you guys are old enough to remember how Channel 2 went in.
Yeah. It just snow on the TV.
Yeah, that was us. So my aunt is only 7 years older than me. So, I never
Wow.
consider her like my aunt. She's like my big sister I never had.
Yep.
Yeah.
So, hey, Nanette.
Yeah.
She's not talking. But anyway, so what else? What else I need to talk about? Is there anything else you want to know?
Darlene, I'd like to just chime in terms of your book talks and presentations that you had here in the store.
Oh, wow.
I think when we first met, your creativity in terms of the way you incorporated the authors with your event, I think was something that was profound because usually book talks are just with the author, but you didn't think it robbery to bring along at least 4 or 5 different authors that you presented at your event. You just don't see that happening. So I would just like to give you accolades in terms of how you created that forum and brought other authors along with you. I thought that was profound. And then they were able to get, for the first time, their books in bookstores right along with you. So, you need to know that that was special what you did to bring those first-time authors, because the difficulty that folk have who either self-publish or are first-time authors, most bookstores want to know, so how many books have you sold? Where is your book? Where's your marketing strategy? How are you going to get the book sold? Because the bookstore doesn't work for you. So most new authors haven't figured that out. So you brought them along and caused the premise to happen for them to be able to get their books in books